2640.
The HOTBOTZ, sponsored by the hardware store of NC, Keystone Foods, TE Connectivity, ABCO Animation, and Thermcraft from Reidsville, North Carolina.
So today, basically, we went ahead and made sure the shop was packed up and everything was ready to go for the trip. We left about 1 o'clock from Reidsville, and we had about a 3-hour drive to Winterville, or Pitt County. And once we got there, we set up Pitt and the robot and made sure everything was still functioning even after we had put it back in the bag from a couple days ago. And so everything seems to have been working and seems to still be working. We only had a small pneumatic issue where the compressor would turn on and off and things weren't working super well for a while, but we ended up somehow fixing it, not exactly sure. But everything seems to be working pretty well, and we're really confident going into the competition tomorrow, and looks like it's going to be a really, really good day. So that's going to be awesome.
So yesterday we started qualification matches. We were doing really well. Me being part of the drive team and the drivers, we talked about one of the biggest things. Even if you can't be one of the highest scoring robots or whatever, it's very important to stay consistent. Back in 2012, when we went to World Championship, we weren't anywhere near one of the highest scoring robots, but we were very consistent with what we did. So we were able to put out like 40 points every match, and it was a guaranteed 40 points. So, it was very, very consistent, which is what we've been trying to do this year. We've been trying to get at least 2 rotors going, and we've been trying to get a climb at the end of the match, and we've been very successful with that.
Compared to everyone else, no one really can pick up gears. The only other robot that can, 6003, some they can, but not really reliable. It moves, flops around. We're gonna win it, definitely. No sweat about it. I mean, it's gonna be hard. Yes, it's gonna be very hard to do it, but we got this.
And 2640, HOTBOTZ Cookie looking to stoke the low efficiency boiler. May prove to be the difference in today's match.
So yesterday, first few matches, I was hoping autonomous was gonna go well. I'd only been able to test it a few times, I think 3 or 4 really, at the practice field that we went to about a week ago. Didn't go as well as we were hoping, so I ended up having to make a quick, secondary autonomous program. So rather than putting a gear, on the tower and then driving around it, we just take one of the side positions and drive straight forward, cross the baseline, get 5 points pretty easily.
As far as qualifications, the team's working well. The new students really haven't gotten the confidence yet, but they're working their way into, feeling out positions. That takes a couple of years, I know that. Qualification, we did really well. We have a great robot. I've been very, I was set from the beginning. Our robot was going to be a 1, 2, and 3 in the area. So I'm not worried about our robot. The way the team worked well together, when they ran into problems where the gear got trapped, they moved on to the next thing. They're doing what we try to emphasize: slow and steady, don't panic, just keep moving.
Let's meet the teams for the second match on the Red Alliance team 2640.
The HOTBOTZ with their robot, Cookie.
The first game of the best of 3 series between Alliances 4 and 5. It is the Blue Alliance. All 3 robots on each team crossing the baseline for 15 points in the initial autonomous stage. The difference in this is the ready for takeoff. 1 robot ready for liftoff. As game 1 goes to Alliance number 5. And welcome to game 2 of the 4 vs 5 matchup. 5 being the Blue Alliance winning game 1. They can clinch here, and they're off to a great start. Robot 2640. HOTBOTZ Cookie looking to load a gear. We got a logjam over here at the blue retrieval zone. As Cookie does get it loaded, still 3 away. 2640 HOTBOTZ Cookie as we approach the 60-second mark. Pilots, drop your ropes. Robots, get prepared for liftoff. 2640 HOTBOTZ Cookie going for the David. Tried twice and failed. Team Pyrotech, and that's how it will end. Blue Alliance with 2 robots ready for liftoff. 3 rotors turning. Red Alliance with 2 rotors and none ready for liftoff. It's the Blue Alliance! Seed number 5 taking down Seed 4, winning the first 2 games in this best of 3 round 1 series, advances to round 2.
All in all, I think the team as a whole did a really good job this weekend. Throughout all of qualifications, we were very consistent with what we did, and the team performed very well. Into finals, we ran into a bunch of issues. A couple parts got broken, like the motor we used for our climb, and then weren't completely repaired correctly. So like things got out of line, and it just was part of the reason why we didn't do as well as we should have. A couple other issues during finals. Our gear pickup got bent, and gear started getting stuck while we were trying to do it. Now, we did still perform pretty well during finals, and it just wasn't good enough. We're hoping to, well, not hoping, we will definitely be working on our gear pickup mechanism before the next competition. We're using like the 6 hours that we have out of bag before the next district competition. We know what we need to improve, so we're going to be improving for Asheville. All in all, I think it was a very good competition, mainly for learning and figuring out what needed to be fixed and what was the main issue.